Alright. Let's start with this one question. Christianity is the slave master's religion. For all you white people out there, which I say white people unapologetically, like I say black people unapologetically, there are lots of black people, quite a few, who think that Christianity was invented by the slave masters. So then, since we are victims of slavery, we should therefore not believe in it. Please, I beg you, do not go into the whole "you were not victims of slavery." That's not a conversation that we're having right now. I've made that statement. Let's move on past it. So, Christianity technically was started by the Jews, who were killed by other white people. Other white people who came over here and enslaved us. Christianity, one of the oldest Christian countries is Ethiopia. Ethiopia was one of the last African countries to actually be assimilated and somewhat enslaved and taken over. I would like to believe, it's in my personal belief, that because of their strong belief and foundation in God, that's the reason, that's what protected them for so long. Now I believe they're Muslim, but at that time, they were a Christian for a very long time. It was a very different brand of Christianity. It was more similar to Muslims, but there was a belief in Jesus, not like how the Muslims have Jesus was a good guy. They did believe Jesus Christ was the Savior, was God, and they held that belief for a long time. So, you know, there were some people in Egypt, I'm sure, who were Christians. I'm sure there were Christians everywhere, all over the world, because Paul went and witnessed to all kinds of people. He witnessed to the Ethiopian himself in the Bible. They went all over Middle East and Europe, witnessing. So, a lot of people actually believe that Jesus was black himself, that he was a Sephardic Jew, and Sephardic Jews have a tendency to be dark. Some people believe that the fact that he was born in Bethlehem had something to do with it. I personally don't. I kind of believe with the racial births. Well, some people believe were the starts of the racial separations in the world, which, who was, Noah's son, Shem, Ham, and Japheth, and, according to, like, people, and I buy into it, Japheth was, white, Ham was black, which they say he turned black because he was cursed, but really he wasn't cursed, Canaan was cursed, but, Ham was black, and, Shem was kind of that Middle Eastern in-between look. I guess it's like everything else, you know, Indian, Asian, you name it, Middle Eastern. I kind of do buy into that. So that would mean that there were, it just doesn't, I think Jesus was a Shemite, which means he kind of had a more Middle Eastern look. He looked like the people that you see on TV for the most part that look Middle Eastern. I could be wrong, but this is a belief that I hold right now. So, that's kind of like not an informed statement to say that it was the slave masters of religion. We could have been exposed to it in Africa by the Ethiopians. We could have traveled to some Jewish country. We could have been in Egypt, and we could have met the Jews ourselves. Who knows? Not saying that. I'm just saying that you just don't know. You know. I don't know. That's kind of where I stand. I don't think it's a slave master's religion, especially considering I think if the slave masters had truly followed it, they wouldn't have enslaved us. Yes, people had slaves, but there was a level of respect that you're required to treat human beings with, even animals. And the slaves weren't treated with the same respect that you would even give animals. I mean, carving babies out of the mother's stomach and stomping on them, and all of those horrible stories that we hear about. That is inhuman. Definitely evil. Definitely not condoned by the Bible. There are no scriptures stating that you should carve babies out of people and lynch people. I don't think lynching is condoned by the Bible, especially considering it said anybody that hangs from a tree is cursed. So that just means that they were just cursing us all the time. And I just don't think that the Bible is into condoning mass cursings. So anyways, that's kind of where I stand on it. If you want to post questions, if you want to post more misconceptions that you believe that you would like me to address, I would be more than happy to address it. I just feel like people just don't even know what a real Christian is anymore, and they just start saying stuff like, me, you see me? This is how this Christian looks. Like, you want to hear the music I listen to? I'm a saint. Christian saint. That's my kind of Christian music. I like to dance to it, get my groove on. Just live my life, man. Just trying to live my life the right way. Try not to curse. Stop drinking. Goal is to not have sex anymore. I'm working on that. I don't have a boyfriend, so it's easy to be like, I ain't having sex. I don't have a boyfriend, so of course I'm not having sex. It'd be even better to say if I actually had one. But the point is to try, and the point is to be a good representation, and I would hope that you could see that from me. All right, it's long enough. Bye.